Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, welcome back, Dynamic Gang. So, before I start this is the last. This is part 3 of Sinister 6. This is the last. This is the coup de grace. This is the finishing touches. I just want to say one thing. I hate the Vulture. He looks like a pedophile. He's like an old, scary man. And everybody's like, well, why'd you put him in there? Because he's not a standalone character. He's useless. Like I'm sure I'm sure whoever made him, it was a parody or a joke. You know how like when they make that joke about that creepy old guy down the street, or somebody has that creepy old uncle in their family, or just a creepy freaking guy. He just, I don't know, just something about him just irks me, man. Like even when I was drawing him, I was like, God, I can't stand this guy. And maybe it was just the way that he's drawn, or I don't know. And it's not even the way I draw it. It's just I when you read so many Spider-Man when you read so many Spider-Man comics, and you got the one villain in there that's just so useless. I mean, so what if he absorbs your health and he makes you, he gets younger and he takes away your essence, right? But he has to get close to you. It's not like he can like shoot something at you, and he has like, like bird of prey or whatever. And then Spider-Man already has his senses, and I'm sure in the comics they make the Vulture hit him or absorb something from him just to make the story interesting, because there's no way in hell that Spider-Man can't beat this old dude. And he takes on Doc Ock. He takes on Scorpion. He takes on Electro and Mysterio and even Hobgoblin. Like what is this guy? I mean, okay, granted he's a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever it is, but he ain't Tony Stark's. You know what I'm saying? You know what, man? Hey, somebody out there must have liked him because he's still relevant. He's still around. So I'm going to keep my opinions to myself. With that being said, let's get into this. So, Sinister 6, it's the last part I'm drawing of Sinister 6, and I got to be honest with you. Again, the reason I put all these in there is, unfortunately, Vulture is a staple in Sinister 6 because I don't see him in anything else, nor would I want to. But, yeah, I know you guys are probably like, this guy doesn't shut up with this, about this Vulture dude, but bro, like, I don't know why, man. This guy's like, oh, like, like, I wonder if they just created him for a fill-in just so they had a villain for that week, and somebody was like, oh, let's just keep him around. I wonder if Stan Lee did this. No, I bet you Stan Lee did this on purpose just to mess with people, like, because nobody's expecting the old guy to you know, to be a villain and whatever, and everybody always underestimates the old dude, and let me just tell you, man, I hate that guy so much, man. But anyway, um, I enjoy drawing. I always enjoy drawing Spider-Man and his fantastic, not his fantastic friends, but his amazing friends, and I think it was Iceman and Firestarter, or no, I'm sorry, Starfire. I think those were his. Firestar? Is it Starfire? Firestar? I don't know. It's one of those. It was back in the 70s, early 80s, when he had the Spider-Man and friends. But, the great thing about Spider-Man is he has so many villains, and he takes on everybody else's villains. I've seen him fight Galactus. I see, like, Spider-Man was like his, like Marvel Comics golden egg for so long. And that's the same thing with the X-Men and Avengers. But my favorite hero out of everybody has to be Captain America. Anybody who knows me knows that Captain America is always big in my book. That's why, if you ever heard me say that the next person I should take over as Captain America should be the Falcon, because Falcon was like his partner. I don't want to say his sidekick because it wasn't his sidekick. they were partners, and they had their own team. It was Captain America and Falcon. Falcon had what was it, Red Tail or Hawk Tail or whatever his pet hawk is that Falcon had. But I always enjoyed Falcon. I don't know why people don't like Falcon. I don't know why people are like, oh, I can't believe he's the next Captain America. Bro, it makes sense. It really makes sense if you read the comics. Everybody's like, well, then why don't Black Panther be Captain America? Black Panther has his own. He doesn't need to be Captain America. Black Panther is Wakanda. Like, you know, when I hear people like, oh, well, he should have took over or somebody else should have took, like, and then even you have Winter Soldier, you know, Bucky, he's done too much where he can't be Captain America. You know, he doesn't have the spirit to be Captain America, but Falcon does, because Falcon was always with Captain America and he always stood by him. I mean, he's basically James Rhodes to Tony Stark without the alcohol and all that other stuff, because Captain America has that metabolism and he burns through the oxygen, so he really can't get drunk anyway. But anyway, the whole point is Falcon, hands down, should be Captain America, and I was really happy when I saw him pick up the shield because it just makes sense. If you read the comics, he's been with Captain America for so long. He knows Captain America's strategy, the way he thinks. Just when you're around somebody so long, you know, something rubs off on you, you know? And that's one thing that I really enjoyed. You know, that was a great surprise when I saw Captain America give the shield to Falcon. Captain America, you know what? Even in the comics, he never wanted to do this forever. You know, he just wanted to be left alone. He wanted to, you know, and that's why the movie was so good. I don't know what's going to happen with Phase 4. I don't know what's going on with the Avengers. But the whole reason I brought that up is because Spider-Man is an Avenger. He's like, I don't want to say he's an official, unofficial Avenger, if that makes sense, because he has his own things that he does. Spider-Man has his own things that he does, and when the Avengers really need him, Spider-Man will come to aid. Now, the only thing I did not like when it came to the Avengers is I know that they had to do it somehow. They had to tie him into somehow with Tony Stark's, right? Spider-Man never needed Tony Stark. He never needed his technology. You know, I don't know if people forget this, but Spider-Man has always been smart. I mean, he was into physics. He's into science. He's into, you know, he doesn't need Tony Stark. He never did. That was preposterous. But you know what? I read the comics and I understand the movies are different from the comics. I get that. And I'm not debunking that. And I'm not knocking anybody else who likes the storyline. This was a great storyline. Maybe this is in a different timeline, a different multiverse, because that's what it was. But the Spider-Man I grew up with in the 80s and 90s, yeah, he never needed Tony Stark's. He never needed him. I never cared for Iron. You know, maybe that's why it bothers me, because I don't like Iron Man. I never liked him. The only thing I liked about Iron Man is he has a great suit, you know, and it's detailed and I like drawing it. But I don't like the guy inside. I never liked the story of Tony Stark. I never liked, he used to be manufacturing weapons. And, you know, I guess, you know, it's not for everybody to like, you know, and I get that. And I guess that's why I had such a hard time with Spider-Man, like looking up to Tony Stark. Like, really? He looks up to Uncle Ben and maybe Dr. Octavius and the Lizard, which is what, Dr. Connors? I think it's Dr. Connors. I'm not a big Spider-Man fan, but I mean, I enjoy his stories. I like drawing them, but am I like a diehard Spider-Man fan? No, I'm really not. You know, but when it comes to Captain, I'm more of a Daredevil fan. Like, if you really want to ask me who would I prefer in New York, Daredevil, hands down. Daredevil is so dark and gritty, and that's because of Frank Miller. Frank Miller did a great job, and that's one of the reasons I love the Ninja Turtles. Because anybody who knows Eastman and Laird, who did the Ninja Turtles, the original black and white, and maybe that's the reason why I like black and white, because the Ninja Turtles started it off where they were black and white, and there was blood, there was murder, there was, I mean, you know, they didn't draw it in the comics, but it's portrayed that Shredder raped Mari Roshi's girl that he liked, and that's why they were fighting over her, and she loved him. And then Shredder, the real original Shredder, got upset, so he killed. He raped and then did something to her, and then he got home, and then he killed what's his name, but they still lived, and then they flew over to New York, and then the younger brother of the real Shredder picked up the mantle and became the Shredder that you know in the comics in New York, and then he went to go kill the girl and the guy who killed his brother. So, I mean, like, I guess it's justified that he got revenge for his older brother. I don't know. The whole thing is crazy. The only thing I'm trying to say is Daredevil, to me, has always been a better character. I liked, I like Spider-Man. You know, my best friend growing up is a diehard Spider-Man fan. He loves Batman. He loves Spider-Man. That's it. That's all that, you know, he likes all the other ones, but if you give him Spider-Man and Batman, he's fine. You know, for me, it's Lobo and Daredevil and Captain America. I know, right? You're like, how do you like Lobo and like Captain America? They're like the two opposites, but you know, Lobo's just a parody, man. Lobo's like, if you don't know who Lobo is, he's in DC Comics. Go check him out. I'm not talking about the new 52. Don't worry about the new 52. I am talking about the original Lobo. Actually, no, I'm not talking about the original. I'm talking about the Lobo that was in the 90s. I think that's what it was when he came out with the miniseries, because he was crazy. He used the word frag. He's always blowing people up. He's drinking. He's womanizing. And it's a parody. I always thought he was like a parody from Gene Simmons. Like they made him from Gene Simmons, but it was a parody of Wolverine and somebody else. And even Stan Lee from Marvel Comics, rest in peace, Stan Lee. He even said his favorite DC character had to be Lobo, and he was even upset that he never got a chance to buy Lobo. So anyway, enough talking. Hope you enjoy the video, and let me know in the comments what you think about it. Thank you. Hope to see you at the end. that, a Sinister 6. Thank you for drawing with me. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to draw. Thank you.